Do you agree that what determines a person's future is her or his habits? That positive habits will take you to a successful life and negative habits will take you to a not good life? Well, that's what I believe in, and this is the principle of hard work. If you work for it, you get it. If you don't, you won't get it. However, the habit that you do more times during the day probably is not the one that you care most about. In fact, few people do care about how they do it and how they can improve it. The habit of a positive self-talk has a tremendous impact over your health, over your beliefs, over your confidence, and many other things. That happens because our mind is the biggest source of information we have in life. But it is not bringing us new and reliable information. It is just reinforcing some that we already have, or making up new ones that are not necessarily true. Did you know that during the day we have in average 36,000 thoughts? That is how much information your brain sends you. That is equal to 25 thoughts per minute, as the National Science Foundation says. Your thoughts are talking to you all the time, and they are influencing the way you see the things around you, your motivation and confidence. Have you ever caught yourself wondering if you could make or not your dream to come true? And what about the negative way of talking to yourself, when you were pessimist about a future outcome that may never happen? All of these things are influencing the way you are living your life and the way you perform. In this video, I will explain what self-talk really is, the different applications it has, and how you can start doing it in the most effective way. First of all, you need to understand what really is. Self-talk is not just what you consciously tell yourself. If you got scared by the number of thoughts we have in a day, that is because you are not aware of how much your brain works, even if you do not realize it. Our subconscious is working all the time, even when we are sleeping. Actually, about 95% of the time, our brain is working without our consciousness, meaning that you only have control and awareness of what is going in your mind and the things you are driving your energy to for 5% of the time. The problem with that is if you have built a negative mindset over the years, that's the pattern your brain is going to follow when it's working unconsciously. But you don't need to worry if you feel like that, because in this video I'm going to teach you not just how you can solve this problem, but how you can turn your self-talk into a strong tool that you can use at any time for different purposes. The first application for self-talk is building confidence. And your confidence is just your mental state. It is influenced by your mood, by your perception of the difficulty of the game, your perception of how good you are, and how much you can influence in the game's result. You can use your self-talk to change your mood, change your perception of the game, of yourself, and how you can influence the result. Well, it seems like it can change your whole confidence, right? If you have a good preparation and you are in the same level of your competitors and still not feeling confident, self-talk is the thing that is going to help you. By using a good self-talk strategy, you are going to change your subconscious thoughts by teaching your brain the right manner for it to behave when you are not aware of what it's doing. But that takes time, a lot of time actually. And you should not get disappointed if you still catch yourself with negative thoughts after you start the process of changing your self-image. Watch how Cristiano Ronaldo used his self-talk and how his subconscious mind is connected to his life and ambitions.
Yeah, it's my subconscious. I'm always speak with the ball. I'm always say, do it the right trajectory, go to the net. Of course, I know if you have positive thoughts, this is help that things going better, and this is why I always do it. I don't thinking about that, but my subconscious, they thinking. This is why I think that the things happen in my life is not by coincidence. It's because my mind, it's connect with the ball, with my life, with my friends, family. I'm always have that positive mind. Sometimes I say, let's go. I need goal. I need to think positive. And of course, I speak with the ball. Yes.
As you watch in the video, he doesn't need to tell himself all the time what he wants to achieve in life and who he is. He taught his subconscious mind how to behave and how to think. Now, his self-image is extremely strong. Keeping calm by choosing the right focus is the next usefulness for self-talk. The anxiety or nervousness you feel during your competition comes for different reasons, but in general, they are all related to what you are focusing on. If you decide to focus on what brings you reasons to worry and to feel bad, that's how you're going to feel. But when you choose to focus on the things that brings you reasons to feel better, to be more confident and how to play better without overwhelming yourself with information, you are going to feel ready and play your best. Learning how to control and drive your focus to important things is going to help you not only with being calm when you need the most, but also in being present in the competition and focusing on the important things that are going around you. When an athlete tells he's lacking focus, what really is happening is he does not know how to drive his focus to important things, and his focus is going to non-relevant information, like who's watching him, the scoreboard, negative outcomes, challenge, and pain. Now, I'll explain how you can apply all this information you just learned. The way you can use self-talk to improve your confidence is by changing your self-image and your perception of how you can make a difference in the game. For that, you need to change your beliefs. For this reason, you need to make your brain to believe you are good, and that takes two very important steps: being prepared and believing you are prepared. And that's where self-talk is going to help you. By using a mantra, you can change your perception of yourself. This mantra should be short, should contain relevant information, and have an emotional impact over you. You should use it several times during the day, and when you use it, attach a high charge of emotion to it. Here's an example of a mantra: I know everything I need to do, and I will do it. It contains relevant information that you are prepared. It is short and easy to remember. It should affect you emotionally by giving you the certainty you can perform the way you need. However, each person performs better by using a specific mantra. Some prefer it to increase their emotional arousal, getting more motivated and adding a little bit of anxiety. Others prefer it to decrease their emotional arousal and get more relaxed. There's no right or wrong. You need to find out what works better for you. If you want to know more about how you can find your optimal level to perform, check the Play in the Zone. It comes as a bonus with the Winner Mindset Blueprint. The second application of self-talk I'm going to explain is how to drive your focus to important things. And this way for using self-talk works just like a reminder. Before using it, you need to know what you need to focus on. And again, there is no right or wrong. You need to know what works better for you. You may prefer to focus on what you need to do in the game, like make the runs when this or that happens. Or you can also focus on psychological and behavioral things like be strong and smooth. Once you decide what you are going to use as your focus reminder, you should just repeat that to yourself during the game, and it will make you to focus on what matters. Look at how Djokovic used this kind of self-talk during a game.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Before this match was played, you were honest about the disappointments of the last 3 Slam finals, and you said at the end of the day, it's mental. What did you overcome in your mind today?
I don't know where to start, to be honest. It was an incredible match to be a part of, very exciting. Had some match points and served for the match in the fourth, but Roger showed once again why he's Roger Federer, why he's a 17 Grand Slam champion, 17-time Grand Slam champion. you know, he comes up with the goods when he needs to. He served an ace on the match point, and nerves of steel, really. When I lost the fourth, obviously, the momentum shifted on his side, and I just needed to refocus and find the right purpose, you know, find that inner strength, that last drop of energy and inspiration, and just trying to be in the present moment, be aware of the occasion, be aware where I am and playing the fifth set of the Wimbledon. You never know what's going to happen next year, so that's something that gave me strength. I went to the bathroom, to the restroom after dropping the fourth set, and I had a chat to myself. I was loud to myself, saying, "You believe in yourself." Just, you know, it's not a cliche. You know, it really works. Even when you don't feel it at times, to say some positive things to yourself, that's exactly when you should do it. And I'm not here to preach about right and wise things, but it just worked for me, and I'm full of joy. I mean, in this moment, it has been a tough ride for me in the last couple of years.